Okay, hi guys. This is your first Ermergerd language lesson, and so I'm gonna explain what you learned here. You will learn during this slide the bare basics of the Ermergerd language that me and my family made up, actually. But yeah, and we are gonna go over how sometimes people have not made memes correctly if you want to speak the language. If you don't want to speak the language, that's totally fine. But if you do, then here are some errors of how people have done that. Yeah. So, my first point for here is that some people who've some people who've made memes, the Ermagerd memes, aren't quite getting it right. Aren't quite getting the wording right. If you want to speak the language, if you don't want to speak the language, then that's totally fine. I have no beef with y'all. Y'all have made great, really funny memes, even if they aren't correct with the Ermagerd language. But this isn't me talking about correcting their Ermagerd grammar. This is me saying we are going to learn it a different way. A different way that's better, in my opinion. It probably isn't to all people, though. So, if you want to speak the language, then you probably want to pronounce Ermagerd as Ermergerd instead of Ermagerd, because that's. I'll show you in a minute how to speak Ermagerd instead of just your normal voice, but instead with the Ermergerd language and accent. It's pretty easy, but so instead of pronouncing it as Ermagerd, you'll probably want to do it as Ermergerd instead, so you can kind of get the feel for the Ermagerd language. So here are some examples of people not getting it quite right for the Ermagerd language, but getting it right for their own, just the Ermagerd meme. So yeah. So here are some examples of getting it wrong. However, they're quite funny. This one, I'm sorry, I haven't ever watched this show or movie. I don't know what it is, but Ermergerd eyes can taste the to rainbow is so tasty. It's adorable and hilarious. Only it's not keeping the Ermagerd language. Ermagerd Durkey toys. Okay, but instead of going Ermagerd burr 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 or whatever, or going Ermagerd Durker Turs, which is usually what we would do for the Ermagerd language, you would go Ermagerd Durkey toys, and that's still staying in your same voice. But Ermagerd gold bars from the DLC Dead Money, that's full on normal language instead of Ermagerd language. So we're not going to use these as examples of Ermagerd language because they don't use Ermagerd language. They use just a normal meme creator's language, a normal English for this matter. And then Ermagerd, a shtick. I find it pretty funny, but it's not with the Ermagerd language again. But most people don't know it, and we're just getting it out there. So, yeah, you know. But here's some examples of getting it right. So, but it's not Ermagerd, it's Ermergerd. But people usually pronounce it as Ermergerd instead of Ermagerd. So, but Ermagerd Snurkern, that is a correct pronunciation of the Ermagerd language. And Ermagerd Werter sprinklers. I might not be pronouncing this right. I'm sorry if I'm not, but I'm trying my best. Ermergerd, Grumperkurt, or Grumperkurt. That works. That's correct. And Ermergerd term for dirt. That is a old meme song, and that yeah, this lady was in a fire, and on the news, she said, basically, I'm just paraphrasing it. She said that she found out that her apartment building was on fire, and she has bronchitis, and she says, I have bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. But Ermergerd term for dirt is just an Ermergerd translation. And then Ermergerd, ferns are first. As you can see, that's fancy feast. But ferns are first is that cat, and then that cat's face is quite ridiculous, as most of the Ermergerd animal faces and this person's face. So, yeah. Oh, just so you know, this is one of the original memes. Well, it's not quite the original meme, but yeah. Here, let me show you the original. Oh, I can't show you here. Um, I'll show you the original meme. Maybe later. But it's this person holding Goosebumps books, and she says, Ermagerd, Gersperms. And yeah, the Goosebumps books. So, and then Ermagerd, Snur. So that's snow, of course, and it's hilarious. I honestly love that. And then if you've ever watched the Mary Poppins movie, the first one, if you haven't, that's sad. But if you have, this is the face of the Ermagerd lady. And this Mary Poppins Ermagerd lady is saying, Serper Curler Furger Lersterk Erksper Erler Dershers. Basically, she's saying supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, but in Ermagerd. And this is a very correct pronunciation of Ermagerd, of the Ermagerd language, and frankly, I may use it in other videos. I don't know because I haven't made them yet, but yeah. So thanks. This is the wait. No, I'm not done. Whoops. Okay, so this is how you would learn some Ermagerd. So this is I'm just going to use some phrases from Mr. Beast in Ermagerd. So it may not be actually correctly from Mr. Beast's videos. I just tried to whip something up fast so that it would, I tried to think of something that would be in Mr. Beast videos, and I do know that I Bought an Island is one, but I don't know if exactly Here's 100 People is his exact words in any of his videos, but I do know that I Bought an Island is some of his stuff. So I Bought an Island would be translated to Erbert, Learned. Okay? So that's just the pronunciation for that. And Here's 100 People. That would be Hers, Wern, Hernder, Herndward, Purple. So yeah, that's so I don't mean to do like hers, but it's just like here's. Yeah. So I believe that's almost done. There we go. Thank you. That's it. Thanks for watching. Yeah. Thank you. All right.